To draft a shirt collar, what you have to do first is to measure the round neck. So you have to measure the round neck of whatever you are sewing. You measure it like this. I'm measuring this on foot. So I'll measure on foot. I have 10. I have 10. So to draft a collar, a shirt collar, dressing shirt collar, we will have to first of all measure the neck, which we have already measured in our dress, and we'll have 10 on fold, which is 10 inches on fold. So now I'm going to first of all draw a line, like imagine, knowing well that a basic shirt collar consists of a collar stand and a collar for. I'll label this place center back and I'll label this place center front. So the 10 inch, I'm going to mark out that 10 inch like this on this line that I drew. I'll mark it out. Bring the highlighter pen so you see it clearly. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'll get the midpoint of this 10. The midpoint I have 5 inch. The midpoint of this 10 inches. This is the midpoint. So at this part, I label this place as the center front, and this is the center back of it. I will draw a box, the collar, a box, the 5 inch box. I will extend it to form a box. Total in length is 5 inch. So I'll mark it. And then here too, I'll mark 5 inch. Then I'll connect it together like this. So at this center front, I'll come up by half an inch. Half an inch like this, I've marked it. Then with my core, I'll connect it to this midpoint. Like this. So see how I'm placing my core. I'll connect it to this midpoint. Then from this point, this will now be the base of this line here. Will now be the base of the collar stand. The height of the collar stand you can use between 1.2 inch to 1.5. But for this tutorial, I'm using 1.5 inch. So from this base of the collar stand, I'll start marking 1.5 inch like this. And then I'll come and connect it with connect level. So this is the collar stand. So I'll go in by half an inch here. I'll go in by half an inch here, like this, and then I will connect with my ruler like this. Since this collar do not have a button at the front, there won't be need for a button stand. But in case you are making the one that has a button, so what you do, you measure out your button stand the length of the width of the button stand, which is not more than 1 inch. You measure it out, you connect it like this, and then you can style the space however you want, but for this you can style it like this. But for this collar that I'm making, there won't be need for this because there is no button stand at the front of the design, so this will be out. So the next thing I'm going to do is, from the center back, I'll come up by 2 inch like this. Then I'll come with my curve like this and connect it like this. So now for the basic collar, you can this place will be out of the pattern. This is out. Then for the basic collar, you can just extend this point here to this point. But if you really want to do out of the basic, you can go outside. I prefer going outside of this place by 1/2 inch, or depending on the design you want to do, I prefer going out like this and then connecting it like this. So this is the collar 4. So this is the collar 4 and this is the collar stand. So for this collar 4, you can style it anyhow you want. You can make it this thick here round. You can literally do any design you want. You can go and make it exaggerated like this, depending on whatever design you are making. You can make it exaggerated and, you know, make it stylish, sharp blend it to this piece. So however you want to style it, it is okay. But for this, I'm just using this basic, the basic one, which is this. I'm using this basic one. So this is my collar stand and this is my collar 4. So this is how you draft the basic shirts collar. So I'm cutting it like this. So if you know you are working with a basic shirt that has a collar stand, you can actually cut out this piece. But since I'm not working with a design that has a collar stand, I won't be cutting this piece into the pattern. So this is so do well to the center front, center back. So this is what I have. This is what I have. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to cut, place transfer to fabric, and then I'll join so you see how it looks like. So for this side is supposed to be on fold. If you are actually making a basic shirt, this side is going to be on fold, right? But since this is not a basic shirt and you know the opening will be at the back, this will not be on fold for this design. This piece will not be on fold, and then the hair is supposed to be on fold, but since it's not like a basic shirt, hair won't be on fold anymore. For the seam allowance, I'll be adding 1/2 inch to every part of this pattern. I'll be adding 1/2 inch to every part of the pattern. 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch. And since the center back will be on fold, since the center back will not be on fold, I will also have 1/2 inch here, half an inch everywhere for the seam allowance. So for this collar, I've done adding my seam allowance. So for the collar 4, I'm going to turn this upper part because this is in 2 pairs. So I'm going to turn each pair, the upper part, this part, and this side. I won't turn this place because I'll be joining it to the collar stand. So the collar stand is just a pair. It's just a pair. After turning, I will show you what it. After turning and ironing, I will show you what it looks like before I join it to the collar stand. So for this my collar, I won't be adding any form of interfacing. But you can actually go ahead and add interfacing, any kind of interfacing that you like, depending on the effect that you want. After sewing together before you turn, after sewing the collar stand together before you turn, you have to notch off the excess seam allowance here and this corner, these 2 corner here, so that when you iron you have this effect, right? If you didn't notch off, you won't be able to achieve this pointy effect here because it will be too bulky, and here as well. So this will give you this when you iron. So I'm done with the collar 4. This is how it looks like. So I want to attach it to the collar stand. So to attach it to the collar stand, this is the upper part of the collar stand. This is the center fold, and since it does not have a button stand, what I'll do is I'll notch this center front like this. I'll notch it here. Then I'll remove my pins. I'll open up like this. Then I'm going to place this in between the 2 pieces of the collar stand. Place it like this, and then I'll also place this like this, See, I'll place it like this. Then I'll place this like this. Make sure that it's at the midpoint, and then I'll pin and sew around this place. So this is what I have after sewing. This is what I have after turning, after sewing. And what I will do now, what I did is to trim off this excess allowance here, so it won't be too bulky when I turn. So if you see, you notice that I sewed down this place. The reason why I sewed down that place is because when I'm trying to fix it to whatever I'm trying to fix it to, it will be easy for me. I sewed this place before turning this part, so it will be easy for me. After sewing it to the main fabric or to whatever I want to sew it to, I can go ahead as well as using this place. So for you, if you don't want to sew down here, you can also use your hemming gun to hold it down in place. You can use the hemming gun to hold it down in place. So this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to turn like this. And then I'm going to iron. So I'm going to iron it, and I will attach it to the main dress, so you see how it's going to look like. So before attaching to where I want to attach it to, I will get the midpoint of this place. I'll get the midpoint here. So this is the midpoint, like this. Then I will also get the midpoint of the neck. I'll notch it, and then I'm going to align each notch here. Then I'll pin it this way round, and I'll sew. This point I'm done sewing, attaching the first part of the collar to the main fabric. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to use this part to cover up this place. So what I will flip like this, and then I'll pin all around. When I pin all around, I will now sew. I will now sew on this point. After sewing, this is what I have. See, this is what I have. See how it is. This is the inside. This is the inside. So I can actually go ahead and loosen this line. I'll go ahead and loosen it. So this is how it will look. See how beautiful it is. You can actually still go ahead and add a loop and then a button to keep it in place at the back. So I will actually add that. I'll add a loop and a button to keep it firm at the back. So this is what it looks like when you are done. So it will be giving you this vibe. So please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.